Hello everybody, welcome to Totally Tabled. My name is Shaggy, and today I'm doing a full solo playthrough of Unstoppable. This is a 1 or 2 player deck building game with card crafting. As always, I'm going to teach the game as I play, so let's just dive on in. I've got everything already set up. Because this is a card crafting game, you're going to have to do a lot of sleeving at the beginning. I'm going to be playing as Kai Silver, and we're going to be going up against the Harbinger. The Harbinger is the recommended enemy for your first couple of games. We start with 3 money and 3 action tokens. I've already shuffled up their deck of cards, dealt myself a hand of 3, and then also placed 3 threats down. Each card in your deck has a threat side as well as a core side. And up here we have new core cards that we can add to our deck. And here we have upgrades that we can put into these core cards to make them better. Our goal is to destroy the Harbinger. In this case, we need to do 12 damage to it. And we have to do it before the round counter gets to this skull and crossbones. Now we're going to be playing on regular difficulty, which means we're going to skip these last 2 green spaces. If you were playing on hard, then you'd skip the yellow spaces. And then if you were playing on expert, you'd skip the red spaces. Now let's just go ahead and start playing and you'll see how it all works. The turn sequence is right down here, and the first thing that we would do is have the upkeep phase, but at the beginning of the game we can skip that. The second thing is the draft phase. We're going to look up here at our marker, and now we have 2 markers there. We have sort of a bigger one and a smaller one. This smaller one will be able to move up occasionally, and wherever our smaller marker is, that's where we draw cards from. At the beginning of the game, our small marker is at the beginning, so we're going to draw 3 cards from this deck, and we're going to pick one to add to our hand. Now, I won't completely explain these cards right now, but up here at the top right corner, that's how many action points it takes to play the card. Below that is the faction that the card belongs to. Then over here, it shows what type of card it is. There's 2 different types. There's ally cards, and then there's tactic cards. Ally cards are played and then stay in play, while tactics cards you just play once and then it's discarded. And then down here it shows the effect of the card. I think I'm going to choose this card here, so these other 2 go to the bottom of the deck. You then take the top card from this threat deck, and then you place this in front, just like that. And then there we go. That is now a card that gets added to our hand. We now have our main phase where we get to play our cards, use our allies, and buy upgrade cards. In the upper right, it shows how much each of these upgrade cards cost in money. And we can then take those and tuck those into any of the cards in our hand or any cards that are in play. And right now, our goal is to get rid of these threats. We have these 3 threat cards here that are in the battlefield, and then we have 1 threat that is on deck. We can actually attack any 4 of these threats, but only the ones in the battlefield are a danger to us currently. We want to get rid of these threats because after this main phase, we have the threat phase and they'll attack us, anything that's remaining in the battlefield. Now, right now we have the Sporling. It has the keyword taunt. So that means as long as this card is either in the battlefield or on deck, we have to take them out first before we can attack anything else. Now, I think the first thing I want to do is to buy one of these upgrades, and we start with 3 coins. The only ones I can afford are over here, and I'm interested in this one right there, this Las pistol. It costs 3, so that's going to be all my money. And I'm using poker chips for money. The game comes with these cardboard tokens. Now, if you look right here, it shows that this has to be added to an ally card. And I have 2 allies in my hand. I think I'm going to put it onto this one. So we just take it and you put it in between the top card and the bottom card. And then you can see the special ability sort of pops off to the side. Now there's a top and a bottom slot. And so some of these upgrades occupy the top slot and some occupy the bottom slot. So each card could have 2 upgrades at most. Now you always immediately refill. Okay, that's another one, but with a top slot ability rather than the bottom slot. And as you can see, buying upgrades does not cost an action point. So right now I want to actually spend an action point of my 3 to play this ally. This is a silver courier. You can see it costs 1 action point right up there. And at the moment, it doesn't do anything. It's an ally, it sits here, but what we can do is, again, just as a free action, we can exhaust it in order to do its special abilities. So that first one is just to gain a shield point. So you can see we have our health and our shields. So now I have a shield point. And then it says conspire, and then it has that 1 attack. Conspire means that that will only happen, we can only activate that ability if we have another card either in our hand or in play that has the same faction. And as you can see here, we do. This has the same faction. So these two can conspire, and then we can activate that, which is just 1 attack. Now we can't use these attacks to attack the boss. We have to use special attacks for that. You'll see that in a little bit. So right now we can only attack these threats. And because this Sporling has the taunt ability, we have to attack them. We can't attack anything else until we get rid of that taunt. You can then see over here, the special ability that we added from our upgrade says that when we exhaust, we can do an additional attack. And there we go. Now, if you look at the Sporling, they're going to do 1 attack back to us if they remain in the battlefield. They also have 1 defense, and then they have defense based on where we are on the turn track. I guess this is known as the danger marker. So as the game goes along, these skull icons are going to get more and more powerful. But right now you can see there's a 0 there. So right now that skull is worth 0. Later in the game, it'll become 1, and then 2, and 3, and so on. So at the moment, they have 1 attack and 1 defense. And their overall health is just the sum of their attack and defense. So right now, their overall health is 2, and we've done 2 damage, so we've destroyed these Sporlings. Now, when you defeat one of these threats, down here in the bottom left, there might be some sort of special bonus that you get for defeating them. This one doesn't have that, so instead we just take it, we flip it over, and this becomes a new card in our hand. And apart from drafting 1 card at the beginning of each round, this is the way that we get cards into our hand, is by defeating these threats. Okay, let's spend another action point in order to play our other ally. This is the Guard Squadron, and their ability says to lose 1 health, and then to deal X damage, where X is the difference between 10 and our current health. So 10 minus 9, 1, we get to do 1 damage. And right now we could damage any of these 3. We'll just damage this guy. He only has 1 health, because again, that skull right now is 0. So they're just immediately defeated. Now down here it says that if we were at level 3, we would heal for 2. Now our current level is wherever our large disc is. And right now it starts at level 1. So we're not quite at level 3 yet, so we have to skip that. And now for my last action, I'm just going to play one of these cards. This is a tactics card. And it's just going to let me do 1 damage. And once again, this only has 1 health, so boom. There we go. We've used all of our action points. We have no more money to buy upgrades, so we're done with the main phase. We're going to pass. Now comes the threat phase, where we would take damage from any of the threats that were remaining in the battlefield. Again, not on deck, but just the ones here in the battlefield. We've managed to clear the battlefield, so we're not taking any damage. If we were taking some damage, our shield would have protected us from one of those. Or sorry, our armor. And now we go to the cleanup phase, where we discard our tactics cards that we played. We would lose any unspent action points, but we spent all of ours. We reset our armor to 0. Armor does not carry over from round to round. we refill our battlefield with 3 threats. So we go a 1, a 2, and a 3. We then advance the danger marker by 1. So you can still, we're still at 0, so those skulls will still only be worth 0. And then that's the end of the first round. We then jump back up to the upkeep phase where we get 3 action points. We always start each round with 3 action points. We get to refresh our ally cards. And we would resolve any upkeep effects that some cards might have. And there we go. Now we go back to the draft phase where we're going to look at our small marker and we're going to draw 3 cards from whichever deck it's in front of. So we never moved our small marker, so we're still here at the level 1 deck, grabbing 3 cards and picking 1. I'm tempted by both of these cards. Both are really good. This would give us some money, but this would be nice for a nice Conspire. Our health is pretty high at the moment, though, so I think I will take this card here. We'll put these 2 at the bottom. Again, you take the top threat, and you just put this right in there. Add it to your hand. Again, we would reset little marker back to wherever our big marker is. And there we go. We're ready for the main phase again. All right, let's start off by exhausting our ally here. We get a shield, and we have Conspire. So that's going to be 1 damage, and then here plus another damage. So we're doing 2 damage. We have this taunt, so we have to target this beast, and they have 2 health. Because again, the skull is still at 0. So that kills them. They go into our hand. And then let's just go ahead and exhaust this. We lose a heart. And then we do damage equal to the difference between 10 minus 8, 2 damage. And that's how much health this Order Acolyte has. Now this is one of the boss threats that we put into our deck at the beginning of the game. We put in 2 of the boss threats. So first of all, you can see it had Rage. Now Rage is really bad because if this threat had gotten to the threat phase, then because of the Rage, it would have killed one of our allies. But we defeated it, and you can see down here, it shows that when it's defeated, we can do an additional 3 damage to another threat. This is a benefit that we get. So we'll do that in a second, but look at this. When you flip this over, it shows this side. The same side that all of the Harbinger boss cards have. And it says that when this card enters your hand, deal 1 boss damage. That's what that symbol means. And then put it into your discard pile. And then when it's in your discard pile, it can't be manipulated in any way or destroyed or removed from the deck. So defeating these cards is how we do damage to the boss. And you'll see how we get more of those cards into our deck so we can be doing more and more damage to the boss over time. All right, but now we get to resolve that 3 damage bonus. So we'll just have it on this, which will obviously kill it. It only has 1 health. Our hand is really getting full here. And there we go. We've cleared the battlefield before we've even used any of our action points. That's pretty good. I think I'll use this first action point to play this card. We're just going to gain 2 money. And if we were a little bit weaker, we'd get an extra money, but we're not. I also have this card here that doesn't cost an action point and just gives us a money. And now with 3 money, I'd like to spend it to buy this upgrade. And I'm going to put it on our easy money card here. Right? It has to go onto a tactics card. So we just slide that on in there. Refill. And now I want to play that card. We get 2 more money. And then it says upgraded. We get to activate this ability if this card has been upgraded. And so we just put an upgrade on it so we can activate that. And that symbol means to move our small disc 1 to the right. We're basically training up. So now we'll be able to draw cards from a stronger deck and get some better cards into our hand. And then this right here, this ability just gives us 2 more action points that we can use this turn. So how about we go ahead and spend one of them to play this card, our basic strike. We'll deal 1 damage, and there's nothing in the battlefield, but we can attack the card that is on deck. So that's going to kill it. We'll spend another action point to attack again, and that will kill this card. Ooh, and we got a really cool card here. Yeah, let's go ahead and play that. It's our Cultivate Power. That's going to cost our last action point. It's going to let us move this. And then we get to Conspire and move it again. And then if we were at level 2, we could spend 1 heart to deal 3 damage, but we're still at level 1. Remember, it's where your big marker is, not your small marker. So there we go. We played a lot of cards that round, but we're done. Nothing in the battlefield, so during the threat phase, nothing happens. Clean up. We discard all of these tactics cards that we played. Reset our armor. Refill the battlefield. So we have 1, and now the deck is empty. And when our deck empties, that's when we level up. So the first thing that we do is we get to advance both of our discs. So we are now at level 2. We now discard any tactics and allies that we might have. So our allies actually go away. And then we would have to discard down to 3 cards. We have 3 cards, so we're fine. Now, optionally, we can remove a card from our discard pile. And I think I will. I will permanently remove one of these strikes from the game. We're thinning out our deck, get to the better cards a little quicker. We would then resolve any boss-related effects that happen when we level up. And for the Harbinger, all we do is we take the top card from their threat deck and add it into our discard. We then take our discard pile, shuffle it, and these cards can be a little difficult to shuffle. You then flip it over to its threat side and place it back there. And now we just continue to fill up. Oops. There we go. Again, remember you have 3 cards in the battlefield. Oh man, and now we have 2 cards with Taunt. Remember, Taunt still works even on the on-deck cards, so we're going to have to remove both of those taunts before we can fight into this other stuff. That's unfortunate. Okay, there we go. That's done. We advance the danger marker. Now, a couple things happen. Those skulls are now going to be at a value of 1, so everything's gotten a little harder. And that little symbol there next to the 1 means that we can take any of these cards that are in the upgrade, we can discard them to the bottom of the deck and refill. And I definitely want to do that. I want to get rid of these. The other ones I don't mind, so let's just get rid of these 2. And now back to the upkeep phase. We only get 3 action tokens. Refresh and all of that. And now we get to draft, and we get to draft all the way here at the level 5 cards because of all of that extra training and stuff that we did. So we draw 3 cards from there, and these are going to be much more powerful. Ooh, look at this one. This one would give us 4 shields. Wow, then you would immediately trash this card. And then if you're conspiring, you can take the top card from any of the 1 to 4 decks and add it right to your hands. That's pretty good. It's easy for us to conspire with that. But I think I like this card here because it's going to give us a bunch of money that we might need this round in order to take care of some of these cards and not take a lot of damage. So let's go ahead and grab that one. Just add it like that into your hand. And then again, this gets reset. But because we're at level 2, it gets reset to level 2 now. And there we go. We're ready for the main phase of round 3. And we're basically just going to keep doing this until either we lose all of our health, we get to this skull symbol, which would mean we would lose, or we manage to get 12 damage onto the Harbinger. In that case, we'll win. I think I'm going to need to play this ally. That's going to take 1 action point. I'll exhaust to gain 4 money. This is also going to let us, until the end of the turn, anything with a bargain effect will also have a deal 3 damage. I don't have anything with a bargain effect, so I won't be able to take advantage of that. But we really desperately need this money because we need a couple of upgrades in order to save ourselves. We're not going to be able to take out all of these threats because we have these double taunts. And if it weren't for those taunts, we'd be fine. So I think let's get some defense. We're going to get this for 2. We got to stick it on this. And then why not? Let's just go and spend 4 for this one. And we'll just go ahead and put it on the same card. And now we'll play it. That's going to give us 5 armor. That's desperately needed. That's going to keep us alive. So let's do the 3 damage first to this one with the taunt. They have 3 health because remember the skull is now 1. That will destroy them. And then we have 1 extra that we'll go ahead and put on here because this taunt is also in effect. And then let's just go ahead and play that. 1 more damage. But this has 3 health now. So we don't even kill it. And unfortunately, that's all we can do. So now we get to the threat phase. This threat is dealing us 3 damage. This threat is dealing us 3 damage. So that's 6. And then this one's doing 2. So that's 8 damage. So obviously on-deck threats don't attack you. So this was a little bit of a goof. Luckily, this is a one-off, and I will not repeat this mistake throughout the entire playthrough. Minus the 5, so we take 3 hits. 1, 2, 3, and we're at 5 health. Yikes. So we're going to discard these. We have to refill the battlefield. Just like that. And now here, we could spend 1 money in order to discard a card from our deck. Actually, it has to be cards in our hand or discard pile. I don't have any money, so we'll have to skip that. Get these back. And now we're drafting from the level 2s. Ooh, I like this one just for the 2 damage, but it also takes 2 action points. I think I'll grab this one. This will just give us also 2 attack, but we could, because it's 1 and 1, we could target 2 different threats. And then it'll also give us a little bit of training. So yeah, we'll take this one. And then right away, let's exhaust for 4. This is a nice little money engine card. Actually not loving any of these cards at the moment. Okay, let's play this. Gain 2 money, and then if your health is at 7 or lower, gain an additional money. So we're going to get 3. So now we have 7 money. Let's go ahead and get this guy for 5. Stick it onto this. Oh, what the heck? Let's spend 1 to get this one as well. And now we can play it. Ah, and I just realized something. The on-deck threat has this keyword here. It says crazed 5. So anytime something with crazed is revealed, you then check to see if the number, in this case 5, is equal to or greater than your current health. And if it is, and in this case it is equal, then a Harbinger cultist, they're going to inflict 2 damage on themselves. So that actually helps us out. So now we can, again, we can sort of do these in any order that we want. Let's do 1 damage to this, which will kill it. That had the taunt, so we had to start with it. Then we're going to do 1 damage. And then a little training. So we did that training. Here, up here, we're going to get an armor and another training. And then down here, we're getting another training and 4 damage. We'll do 4 damage here, killing this. And again, this is one of these where we get to do 1 hit to the boss. And then we also have this when defeated effect, which is to do 4 more damage to something. So we'll do it to this. This is the same thing. Another 4 damage and a hit on the boss. So then that 4 damage can come to this, killing it. Now we have to look carefully on this because it has 4 health here, but then it also has an added 2 health there. So it actually had 6 health. So it's gone. We actually get a coin. And there we go. We have really done a lot of damage with this card. That was fantastic. Well, yeah, look at this. We can do some easy money for 1. That's going to get us 2. It's upgraded, so we'll get to train. And we get 2 more action points. We've got 4 money. I could afford this pistol and just put it on our ally and use it for next time. I like the idea of spending 3 to get this. I'll put it on my spare credits. I can then play this for free and get 3 right back. But what the heck? I'll spend 3 to get this. Oops. And we'll stick it on here. Okay, we can't use it right now, but we'll be able to use it later. And then I'll just go ahead and play this. We'll do 1 damage on that. Okay, and we're done. No damage from threats. All of these go in the discard. Oh, here we go. Another crazed 5. And so they're going to do 2 damage to themselves. Loving that. All right, we have that symbol again, which is nice because I don't like a lot of these things. I want to get rid of this, this, this. I'll keep the rest. Right, that's more like it. And we'll reset, get our 3 action points. And look at this, we're now drafting a level 6. Love it. Okay, I think because my health is so low, I'm gonna take this one. These were all really good. That then returns over there. Going to exhaust my ally, get 4 coins. When exhausted, I do 1 damage. So we'll just do it to here to kill this off. Get a coin. I now want to do some upgrading. So I'm going to spend 3 for this. It normally would cost 5, but it says you get a 2 discount if you add it to this type of card, which I'm going to do. I'm going to add it to this one. That makes it a little cheaper. And I have 3. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do this again. Again, I get a 2 discount because I'm added to this card. So it's only going to cost 2. Really buff this card up. Now we can play it. Costs 0 action points. I just heal 2, and I get to just defeat a threat, just like that. I think I'm going to defeat the one off the top of the deck. It would normally take 3 to destroy it. And it has an effect when defeated, 3 damage. So we'll do that to this and destroy that. But another boss damage. This is now destroyed. Get a coin. Oh, wait, actually, it has an extra thing on here. So 3, 5. Oh, yeah. So that does defeat it because it had 5 because of that. And we now have all of this damage to do. Let's start down here. It says Unite and then X. Unite means the number of different faction icons that you have. And right now, we have 3. We have 1 here, and then this one here. So that's actually doing 3 damage. So that will kill either of these. Let's take this one out. And then we have 3 1s. 2 of them will go to this, destroying that. And then 1 onto there. That is a powerful card. Those level 6 cards are crazy, especially when you upgrade them. We only need 1 more hit to destroy this. I want to spend an action to get this ally out. Ooh, no, actually, I don't. I don't want to do that. Here's what I want to do. Use this. to kill this. Get a coin. And now we get to level up. Right? So it says here the times when you level up is if your deck is empty when there are no active threats, which is what we have right now, or if your deck is empty when a new threat needs to be added. So we're going to get to advance to level 3. We discard all of these. And we discard our hand down to 3 cards. We can destroy a card, so I'll just get rid of another strike. We add another one of these in, and we shuffle. Okay, so we've done 4 damage on the boss. Pretty good, pretty good. And now we keep going, we keep playing. Okay, so this top card here, it has 5 health, because it has 2 + 1 + 1 + 1. Let's get this guy out. We can tap him, get a shield. Actually, hold on. No. Let's get this guy out. Tap him, lose 1 heart, then deal that much damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, 4, sorry. 10 minus 6, 4. So 1 more hit's going to kill that guy. I'll just remember that. And then we are at level 3, so we get to heal 2. Then I'll bring this guy out. Shield. We can conspire for 1. That's going to kill this. It says when defeated, train. And then here, when defeated, train. So a double training on that guy. And then we have a when exhausted, you do another damage. Now this guy has terror. When you target a terror threat with an effect that deals damage, you lose 1 action point. Oh. That probably means we can't target that because we don't have an action point. No, never mind. If you have no action points to lose, then you just ignore that. Well, that's really handy, actually. That's really handy because we now have this that costs no action points. Let's go ahead and play it. We heal 2, so now we're back to full health. Oh, wait. Let's not do... We're going to do this in a different order. Unite here, that's going to deal 2 damage because there's 2 different factions. How much health does this have? It has a +1 here. And we're still at 1, so 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have these 1s here, so 1 more will destroy it. We actually gain an action point. And then there's 2 more we can add to this. This also has terror, so we lose the action point. Well, easy come, easy go. But now we'll do this part. We'll heal 2 and defeat a threat. We'll just defeat this. Okay, and I think we're done there. There's nothing out here on the battlefield. And now every skull counts as 2. So that is really going to be bad. Oh, this is a tactics card that goes into the discard. Drafting 5s. That's good. Wow, look at this one. It's giving you extra actions. Okay, yeah, let's take that. All right, let's go. Well, we got a lot of cool cards here, but let's start with this. It's going to cost 2 action points, but then we can tap it to get 2 right back. Then want to play this. We'll start here with the 4 and a training. That 4 will take out this taunt. We then have armor, training, and then here we have training and 2 hits. Let's do the 2 hits here. Now let's tap this, get another armor. We have Conspire in that, so that's 2 more damage. That will take this out. That's going to give us 3 more damage, which will take this out. And boom. Okay, we have 7 more to go on the boss. And we took that one out as well. Let's get 3 more coins. Well, let's get this ally out. We have a lot of allies here. And then tap it for 4 more money. So now we're rich. Guess I'll tap this to go down 1, do 1 damage, and then heal. And then we'll just play this to do 1 damage. Not going to destroy this because this has 3. And we'll just hold on to that card for next round. Okay, so I guess that's it. So no damage. Gonna refill the battlefield. Okay, we can spend 1 to discard. Yeah, let's do that. Get rid of our 3rd strike. Getting another level 6. This is amazing. Wow. Hard to turn this down. So focus means just the number of that faction that are in play or in your hand. So right now, that would be 1, 2. So we'd be basically dealing 4 damage to every single thing on the battlefield and on the deck. Yeah, that's insane. We're going to do that. Now that's crazy powerful, but it's offset by the fact that it takes 4 action points. But there's something we can do about that. And what we can do is buy this card right here. It's going to cost 5. We can attach this one to either a tactic or an ally. And it says this card costs 3 action points less to play. So now we can play it. It's only going to cost 1 action point. And just like that, we are dealing 4 damage to everything. Now, unfortunately, Skull is worth 2. So this has 5 health. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health as well. This one is dead. And this one has 5 health as well. So everything has 1 health left on it, except for this one, which is dead. I'm actually going to put 1 health on it just to show that's how much it has left. Well, here we can tap this. Lose 1 health in order to... Wait a minute. Ooh, before we do that. Wait a second. No, before we do that, we're tapping this. That's going to give us 4 money. And then when exhausted, do 1 damage. So we'll kill this. That's going to do 4 damage. And it can do it to this. In fact, it must because it's a taunt. And that's going to be 1 more hit on the boss. So 4 damage on this. It has 5 health. Oh, no, it doesn't. 2, 3, 4. It's dead. Boom. Let's go ahead and tap this and get 2 more action points. We're now going to tap this. Armor. Conspire for 1. We'll do it on this. That'll kill it. 4 more damage. We'll do it onto that. It has 5 health, so it has 1 left. Another boss. And then, when exhausted, 1 hit. Onto this. Destroying it. 4 damage. Boss. And we'll do the 4 damage onto this. And again, it has 5 health. So 1 health remains. Oh no, actually this has way more health because this also has this too. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 health. So it has 3 health left. Okay. Sometimes I have a hard time seeing that little symbol there. Yeah, I'm going to tap this, lose 1. We'll deal 1, which will destroy that. And we'll heal. Okay, there we go. We've used all of our allies. We still have 3 actions, 4 actions. Wow. I want to buy this. And we're going to get this 2 discounts, so it's going to cost 4. Put it on here. Then we'll play this. 2 trainings. Lose 1 in order to deal 3 damage. So that will kill this. We'll get a coin. And then we have Conspire 5. So that's going to do 5 damage to this and destroy it. And now we have to advance. Discard everything. So that was fun while it lasted. And we have to discard down to 3 cards. We can discard one of these strikes. Add another one of these. And shuffle up. So we only need 5 more hits on the boss and we've won. No, 4. Yeah, just 4. I'll go ahead and play this. I don't need to play a lot. Actually, wait, before I play this, we can maybe upgrade it. Yep, 2 discount, so let's do it. Boom. We'll add that to this. Have the right faction, right? Yeah, Junker. Okay, now we'll play it. It's going to give us 2 money. An extra action, which I don't think we're going to need. Actually, did I pay an action for that? There, I need to pay an action. And then 4 damage to this. It has 5 health. So 1 left. And I could play this, but I want to hold on to that shield because we may need it next time. And the extra actions. Okay, I'm going to hold on to this. I don't want to play this right now. So I'm going to be done. Obviously nothing there. Move forward. We're still in the 2 range, and we can discard some stuff from here. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Actually, we'll keep that. We'll get rid of these 2. And this one. Okay. And another level 6 card. These level 6 cards have been amazing. Wow. For each upgrade on this card, defeat one on-deck threat. Wow. So you do 3 damage and then you just return this card to your hand if you discard another card from play. That's really good. I like the money. All right. Okay, now we can play this. Start with the 1 damage. That's going to kill this because I only had 1 left. It's going to do 4 damage. Boom. I'm going to have the 4 damage hit this because it has 4 health. That'll kill it. This will do 3 more damage. Another one. Only 2 more to go. That 3 can take out either of these. So we'll take this one out. I have to spend a thing for that. And then we get 5 shields. And then we have this 3, which will take this out. Or I could do... Let's just go ahead and take this out and get a coin. Let's spend 1 to put this on. And then we'll spend 2 to put this on. Now we'll play this. So we get 4 money. And for each upgrade on this card, defeat 1 on-deck threat. So 1 defeated, we get 2 money. And boom, defeated, get 1 money. And now we have a 2 and a 2. That will be 4, which will defeat this. We'll get to do 3 additional attacks. 1 on the boss there. 3 on this. Oh, and that's a terror, so that removes our... Ooh, okay. And it has 2, 4, 5, 6. So that's it, actually, because I can't get any more actions here. So we end. We got to fill this back out. Ah, and here we go. We haven't seen this yet, but the fast keyword. The fast keyword means that this does not count towards the 3 limit. So when you have a fast come out, boom, it goes right out there. So now we have 4 in the battlefield because this fast doesn't count as one of the 3. And we also have a taunt here. And this is a terror. Ooh, so that's not good. These are going to go away. We'll lose this. But I think we can win the game here. Yeah, we'll just take this one. We got plenty of firepower here. This moves down. Now the skulls are 3, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This needs a 4 hit to defeat it. Let's just do this. Easy money. That'll give us 2 more actions. We'll play this for 4 damage. Boom, onto this. So we'll defeat that. We'll lose 1 and then gain 1 right back. And now all we have to do is 6. We have to do 6 damage to this. And here we go. We can do that with this card right here. 4, 5, 6. Defeat that. And there we go. 12 damage on the boss, and we win the game. So there you go. That was a complete solo play of Unstoppable. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.